Hey, my name is James and I rock to 93. And so I'm going to go over my marathon workout. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so in the clip you just saw, I had just finished my first hour. As you might know, Matrix treadmills only go up to 1 hour. So I figured, I'll see how I do each hour and, work up to it. And so my first hour, I got 5.74 miles in an hour. At this point, it was really tough. I ran almost the entire time, and my legs were starting to hurt a little bit. So I wasn't sure at that point how much I could actually do that day. My stomach was a little empty, and I really just had to take it carefully. So here we go. I went at it again for another hour.
Holy fucking shit. 2 hours.
Okay, now my second hour is done. At this point, each break I'm taking after the hour is my legs are really starting to stiffen up, and at this point, I am not sure that it's gonna happen. Um, all I could think about was my goals, just pushing through, and at this point, I started to take in some calories. I had a little bag of peanuts for some calories and for some sodium. I also got some protein cookies out of the gym because I was burning a lot of calories. Like, it was a crazy amount of calories, and I had a pretty empty stomach. So I took another break, and then I jumped right back in for hour number 3. And so I realized when I got over 5.5 miles my first hour, I was getting 5 miles for my second hour. I knew I really had to start taking my time a little more. I really had to slow down. So I was bringing it to 4 miles an hour. So that equals 1 mile every 15 minutes is what I kept pretty consistently. And that actually held up pretty well. And the whole, the whole time I was thinking I really have to plan this out. So like I have to adjust my speed to where I can actually make it, but also where I can finish before the gym closes. And it was getting pretty rough to do. And my thoughts after my third hour, I was pretty sure it was gonna happen. So once I took another break, I got a Gatorade, and then after a little bit of time, I jumped back in for another hour.
Woohoo! Yeah. 4 hours done.
Fourth hour done. So right now, all I could think about is the pain in my legs. I was able to keep it at a steady 4 miles in an hour again, but my legs were just getting destroyed. My quads and my hamstrings were isolating themselves and tightening up pretty badly. At this point, I couldn't walk straight or walk properly on my breaks. My calves felt worse than my thighs, and even worse than my calves were my ankles. Like my ankles really on fire the whole time ever since after hour 3. But I had just finished my 4th hour. I was super stoked. I kept a steady rate at um at 4 miles in an hour, and I was pretty confident my marathon was gonna happen.
Yeah. 5 hours of cardio. Almost done.
All right, finally, I had finished the 5th hour. The 5th hour was a rough one, and uh, oh my god, it was just ridiculous. I have never in my life done 5 hours of cardio or 5 hours on a treadmill at a given time. Anything close to that, never had any kind of training like this. My legs were getting worse and worse. That's all I can describe. They were in more and more pain. I was running through some pains in my legs, just a whole lot of tightening up. Even in my abdomen, I just had some pains that all I could do was just keep running through. But I was on the home stretch. I had just finished my 5th hour, and so I realized that the remaining distance I had was only 3.37 miles to finish the official distance of a marathon. And I was thinking, I'm going to get this done in less than an hour. And I was on the home stretch, and it was happening.
There it is. There it is. The last final amount. I did a total of 26.2 miles today. I did my marathon. I got so many people asking me why. Like, what's the point? Such a stupid idea. Not a great idea, but something I had to prove to myself. Well, for the first time ever, I completed 26 miles of cardio in one day. First time ever I finished a marathon. I took plenty of breaks. I really took my time. I very first started the treadmill at 3 o'clock today. Right now it's, let's see, it's 10:19. All the way from 3 o'clock today is when I started, and it's 20 minutes after 10 right now. I'm so done. My legs have probably the worst pain I've ever had from a leg day, from doing only flat treadmill. Can't bend, hurts to walk, especially when everything starts to stiffen up. It's my 4th shirt. I did 5 hours and 50 minutes. That's how to get it done.
And finally, after all that time, all day long, I finished my marathon. The official distance of a marathon had been completed. I really decided to take a lot of breaks and take my time. I really wanted to do this huge accomplishment for myself because it's nothing I've ever done before. And it was just an insane feeling of finally pushing myself farther than I ever have before. It was really something that I wanted to prove to myself, that I can go the distance. This has really meant a lot to me. Today is the day after, so as soon as I got home, I could hardly walk. of course. I mean, it hurts to stand up today. I'm hoping that the pain is gonna, leave pretty quickly. Um, but this has been some incredible pain. I mean, um, some things that have been isolating me that really surprised me were my adductors in my thighs. Just moving my thighs any direction, um, especially especially my hamstrings, were a big one that keep locking up on me. And so this had really been an incredible test for myself, and it really proved that I can do, you know, anything that I put my mind to. I really can go the distance. I really can get stronger, and the only thing I think of myself when I like look in a mirror or just when I think of myself is I promise that I will get stronger. And that's what it's all about. It's all about self-improvement and just really taking yourself to new levels that you've never been before. And that's the point of all this is to really prove something to myself. And anyways, I completed the distance of a marathon. I did not fall on the treadmill once. I did not throw up once. And I really just felt like I physically completed it. And really quickly, I just wanted to say, give this video a like or a comment or subscribe to the channel. And peace out. Thank you.